Hello, and welcome to PiqueAI. Today, we are meeting with someone who, for a number of years, has been passionate about using technology to improve people's lives. She's here to share her thoughts on how AI will help humans be more productive, self-aware, and empowered going forward. I'm intrigued to explore her insights on how AI will revolutionize education, breaking barriers to accessibility and creating opportunities for those in poverty. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a human, as you can see. I'm of the millennial generation, grew up in Australia. You can probably tell from the accent. And I've been interested in computers and technology in general since I was a kid, and Windows 3.1 was the latest, greatest thing. So I've seen technology evolve through the internet, then we've had social media and mobile phones. Really exciting now to see AI coming in as this next crazy big thing that's going to change everything. Career-wise, over the past 15 years, I've been working in IT for some big Australian media companies. I work on really big software projects at the nexus of technology and humans, trying to compromise between all the crazy things that the humans want. They want the technology to basically do their jobs for them versus what we could actually get the technology to do, which is often a long way away from that. But it's really exciting to see with AI now, we're actually moving into a space where actually we can say, yes, the technology can actually do a large portion of your job. I've also been really interested in investing, visual design and illustration. And I also have a passion for sustainability.
That's an exciting set of experiences, and we're really excited to hear a lot more about your thoughts in this space, and thank you.
And I forgot to mention, this is not my real face. Today, I have agreed to help PiqueAI out with testing some crazy AI face-changing magic. I've never done this before, and I'm excited to see what I look like at the end.
So are we. Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about your thinking from your perspective? When you refer to AI, what does that mean for you?
I think about AI in terms of how a system works behind the scenes. So for me, AI is software or technology that has a component of learning involved. So the software will be trained, it will learn based on typically large amounts of data that humans have gathered initially, but basically it will be bulk fed this massive amount of data. And then the software or the technology will take in that data, process it, and then encode it in some way internally so that when we actually come to ask the software or the technology to do its job for us, whether that's driving a self-driving car or generating a video of a cat riding a bicycle, like whatever that is, whatever that job is, the AI will take all of that processed, encoded knowledge that it's learned and use that to alter the result that it gives us at the end. So it's quite different from the old or the non-AI style of software or technology, where typically it's programmers will code the software and say, this is exactly what you need to do. Follow these rules, follow these steps, use this data. And then when the software runs, it's just simply following those rules step by step. AI, I see that as having that extra learning step where it's processing the data itself, according to rules that have been programmed into it, of course, but still it's the software that's taking in the data and transforming that and encoding it, and then using that to alter its behavior.
That's what we're really excited here at PiqueAI about, is that differentiation between following the programmatic steps and where it can show that there's some sort of learning or some sort of progression and provide information in a different context or a different way. So thank you. That sounds really interesting. Do you feel that meaning that you've just provided us now differs from when other people and the media refer to the term AI?
Yes, I do. I think most people who don't have that technical perspective, they don't know what's gone into that software behind the scenes, whether that's been trained on data or whether a human has just said, when someone asks for a cat video, this is what you give it. I think for most people, when they hear the term AI, they're probably more informed by advertising materials, so branded, now powered by AI, or they're driven by what they hear on the news. It won't necessarily stop and re-explain what AI is. There's kind of an assumption that people just know what AI is now.
Yeah.
So most people would think of AI as what it can do for us, and the kind of wave of change that we're seeing at the moment, where we've just got this massive influx of new tools that are able to do jobs that in the past were human-only jobs.
Mm.
And now we're finding that actually the technology can do these things that it used to be only humans can do this. And that was like the sacred little space where, oh, it's the human intelligence space. And I feel like for most people, they probably see AI as this software that does things that humans used to do.
Yeah.
Now the software can do it. So it's very much an externally focused, not so much an internally focused, which is more how I see things.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's a great set of descriptions. Something we're finding at Peak AI is that the label AI is bandied around a lot. On the one hand, that's great because it's coming more into the common vernacular and people are talking about it more. However, on the flip side, it's like they're talking about it more, but what is it that they're talking more about? And we're really excited about unpicking that. That's really cool. And to capture some of that engagement, we'd like to hear from you. What are some of the areas of AI that you are most excited or engaged by?
Wow. So many areas in my profession. I do a massive amount of just information wrangling. Like I am interviewing many different people. I'm capturing all the things that they've said, all the things that they've asked for, and then I'm synthesizing that information in a massive document or several massive documents. And then I need to reformat all of that information to give it back to all the different people. And they all want the same information formatted in different ways, for different reasons, at different times. And it's just a massive amount of time and energy that I put in to just pushing information around. And I see that AI, like the conversational AI tools that we have today, and I'm still getting comfortable with what to call these. Some people call them agents, some people call them chatbots, AI chatbots, and then there's conversational AIs. There's so many names for these things. Yeah, so the AI chatbots that we've got today, they've just got this amazing ability to process human language information. And that's so helpful that I can just throw all of my information into this system and say, summarize it for me in 10 dot points, or pull out the 3 most common things that people complained about, and then reformat this list into an email to go to the manager of my department for our monthly review. It's just so much quicker than if I had to manually type out each of those things myself. Being able to take on that grunt work, it frees up not only our time, but we're not killing our energy on this low level stuff. It allows us to just elevate our thinking. So we're not stuck hours and hours a day just pumping out emails and reports. Now we can actually have that part done in minutes and then focus on more strategic thinking. Well, now what are we going to do with these learnings that we've got? And we can go on to the more fun part for me anyway. The creative solution thinking. We know what we want. We've identified our issues. How can we solve these problems in a more efficient way? That also leads into something else that I find really exciting, which is learning and education. This ability to reformat information and also provide information on request, it just makes it such a powerful learning tool. The AI chatbots that we have now, even though they're quite new, They haven't been around for long, but still, I've been able to learn so many things from them. We all come into a learning situation with different levels of knowledge. But with these tools, we can immediately just ask, well, what is the next thing that we want to learn? What is our next knowledge gap? And it can also give us the information in the format that we will understand the best. And as we interact with them more, they learn how we like to receive information. You can give it the feedback, like the thumbs up and the thumbs down as you go. It's like having a personalized tutor at hand whenever you want. That's awesome. The other angle that I'm really excited for is more globally, not for me personally, being a privileged person living in Australia, like my life's pretty easy. But there are a lot of people who don't have access to education, who don't have people, who don't even have teachers in their community that they can go to learn about a topic. We have these emerging tools that can be accessed from anywhere in the world, as long as you have basically a smartphone and an internet connection, as devices and technology are being spread throughout the world because there are going to be some rich people lining their pockets as a result. We also get the nice side effect of we're also spreading a really powerful education tool out to underprivileged people, people who maybe they have to work 20 hours a day and they don't have time to go to classes, they don't have time to travel to get education. So they can have immediate access to these things wherever they are in the moment when they can learn. Now they have at least a slightly better opportunity to learn. And I think that's a really good thing.
Truly exciting. I hope that the availability of the AI chatbots, as you say, is as simple as having a smartphone and an internet connection. That's certainly the experience we've seen. I'm not sure that's the same in every country, but gosh, I hope it is. And having that opportunity to gather the same information that people who come from first world countries who are very privileged. I think that's an incredible opportunity. So many different sets of research shows that education is one of the key journeys from poverty to a more fulfilling, maybe not fulfilling, but maybe a more comfortable life. And something earlier you were saying in relation to gathering all of the information from your various stakeholders and then having to repackage that in multiple ways. I think that reminds me of this idea where people are worried that AI is going to take people's jobs. And while there may be role transitions and job transitions, what I really see is that the people doing that sort of work will have the time and the space to do the higher level work, the more intellectually engaging work, and spend less time on the minutiae and the mundane of repackaging emails. I'm sure all of us have had that experience of we've got 4 really important stakeholders and we need to tell them all basically the same 4 points, but we're writing 4 completely different emails because those stakeholders are that important, right? Oh gosh, so many opportunities for AI to help us all. We are getting to the even more intriguing insights with our guest Zero, and time has gotten away. Let's take a short break and come back in a part 2 video where we will reveal even more about AI helping cultivate human intelligence and AI impacts on sustainability.